So I'm just taking a breather here for a minute. If you take it all the way up to the top of the wind window, she'll just stall there and chill. You really don't even need to swerve at all. You can just keep her right down the middle. It's hard for me to pay attention to both. Keeping it in frame, man, doing this at the same time. So take my word for it. You take it to the top, she'll just sit there, nice and still for you. It doesn't really matter how gusty it is when it's at the top of the wind window. It's pretty nice. She'll just sit still, kind of like that. You want to bring her back down? Just give her a little pull on one side, and she'll come whipping back down for you. Stalling out here. There we go. Went too far to the left. My wind window. Yeah, the sweet spot is pretty much right around the Sears Tower. If I put her over the Sears Tower, she'll whip. And as I've been out here, it's been shifting more and more toward the Trump Tower. So where the sweet spot is. The last time I was out here, it was the wind blowing straight east. So I was flying over that way. My back was over that way. Man, it's hard filming and doing this. I'm getting owned. So this is the Stacker 6 by Flexifoil. At the time I purchased it, it was the smallest stacker they had. I went on recently to look up getting some replacement parts for this kite and saw that there was something else called something 4. So I imagine that's a 4-footer version. Which is nice because I wouldn't want any of my smaller, well, I guess my little cousins aren't small anymore. But when I first got this one, this was a bit too much to handle for my younger cousins. So it would have been nice to have something smaller for them. Even now, this isn't a beginner's kite, in my opinion. I was a beginner when I got it, and it took me a while to get it. My next kite purchase will either be the Super 10, I think was what they call it, stacker, or a blade. Those blades, man, those look like a hell of a lot of fun. I got it. Right there, because I'm heading down to okay, let me go ahead and pull her up. I'm not terribly good at ground runs, but you know, I can manage. I'm not going to even attempt to do one while I'm filming. It's just too hard for me. But I do some loops or something. Do a couple loops here. There's 2 doubles. We'll go for 2 triples. It's gonna be funny if I'm doing all this and I'm not even getting it on camera. 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Let's go for a quad. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it. I couldn't have done that last year. I just did my first triple today, actually. It's funny, you know, you give some things a break and they just kind of click for you when you get back out here and do them again. I just had to give her a little tug to get her oriented right again. And see if we can launch her back. Just keep walking her. Those pockets over there. She'll want to take it. There we go. And we're back in action. It's a hell of a lot easier to do when you have a partner. But, been on my own lately. Not too bad. My first fly of the year, and it feels good. Maiden voyage, I guess you can call it. Man, I love that sound it makes. I always forget about the sound it makes. I don't fly often enough to remember all the subtle nuances that make me love kiting. Man, when she goes fast, she just talks to you. It might be too windy to really hear it, but man, she has character. Yes, my kite is a she. The new parts I needed were end caps for the carbon fiber spar. Out here and it was pretty wet. I put it in the ground really hard. And the way that it landed, it went into the ground. And it took off one of the end caps and the ball things that hold the line in place on the spar. The adjustable piece. Right now I just have duct tape wrapped around that spar to hold them. Not duct taping the tape to the spar, but just duct tape wrapped it around and around to cause kind of borders or barricades, if you will, to hold that line in place. But that's all the filming I can manage because my arm is dying. In order to film like this, I have to keep my arm bent and have the band wrapped around my wrist, so my bicep is killing me. Whereas my left hand, I can just keep straight. So, this is my first video flying the kite. I've had it for some years now, but finally got it on tape. And hope you enjoyed. Leave some videos of your Flexifoil flying, or just kite flying in general.